Good evening and welcome to Whitewall Galleries and Clarendon Fine Art. We're back! We are back. We may be back in lockdown. I think I joined you last time when we were in lockdown, but we are certainly back this evening. And this evening I'm so thrilled because I'm going back from London live to LA. He is the legend, he is one of our favourite artists, and I'm so thrilled to be joining Fabian Perez live in LA. He's going to be joining me here on tour. He cannot be here on tour, but as soon as he joins me, he's going to be joining me in my ear. I can't see him on the screen tonight, but I think he's here. Fabian, are we live?
Yeah, it looks like, yeah.
Hey! How are you? You good?
Pretty good. What about you?
Well, you know, I'm all right. I think last time I saw you, we were, in fact, in lockdown in London. Fabian, I'm back in lockdown in London. But the great news is I'm with you live in LA. And how's it been for you in LA? You okay?
Yeah, pretty good. You know, enjoying the family, enjoying our time here. A little slow in the business, of course. But, you know, like, I don't complain. You know, we are like, we're having fun. Having my
fun
right now, homeschooling. And we're all together the whole day. So I enjoy it. I like to be at home.
I love it. I'm actually a little bit disappointed, Fabian, because even though you can't be here, I was kind of hoping you'd have the Barbie going again for me this morning, or is that not happening? A bit of footy? No?
No, it's too cold. I don't know why. Since 2 days ago, suddenly we have probably 85, 90, and suddenly now it's like about 54, 55. I don't know why. It's colder than London, you know, actually.
Okay. Oh, man, I should get my Barbie out. Well, listen, I wanted to say a huge thank you because I know you actually should be here with us. We have some of the most amazing paintings, and I want to say a big thank you on behalf of all of Whitewall Galleries, Clarendon Fine Art, because I know that we have a lot of your work ready for your virtual tour while we are in a little bit of our second lockdown. But that doesn't stop us, does it? Ever, ever, ever,
No,
ever. So
never.
behind closed doors, like ever, behind closed doors, we have got the Fabian Perez tour across all of our galleries, but we are coming to our collectors, your fans, and your collectors virtually. So you know what? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We are back. We are definitely back. So I wanted to say a huge, huge thank you. Tonight I'm live from London, obviously joining you in LA, and we specifically, I know with you, highlighted three key paintings that you've sent over for our sort of virtual tour. And one of them I know is behind me, and the first one, which is for me, I think I've got to say it's one of my favorite paintings. One of my favorite paintings you've ever done is called Untitled 2, to which I know a lot of your collectors and fans adore. This piece, Missing Casablanca, possibly one of the most famous romantic Hollywood movies from the 40s of our time. You have done the most beautiful painting of it. And obviously you often, I don't know, you often sort of paint these romantic sort of Hollywood golden age scenes, but using your own models. But this one, you've actually used two main characters, literally the heroes and heroines of Hollywood's greatest. So Humphrey Bogart and Ingrid Bergman. Can you tell me a little bit about this one, Missing Casablanca? Talk to us a little bit about this piece.
Well, the thing is, like, I feel like I'm sitting in the last row, seeing how this whole story, how this whole era is disappearing practically. So I seen the whole movie theater empty because in today's day, this movie, it won't make any sense practically. This is a classic, this is a masterpiece done in the 40s and the 50s, and suddenly today, people doesn't understand that, or, you know, it's not people really, but it's more like a social media, and the media doesn't appreciate that anymore. So that's why the solitude in it about like it's all like empty because nobody pay attention to those things, to those values anymore. And not much about the people. I think 95% of the people, they agree about it, you know, what Casablanca is, about what a period of life is. But I think that look like a social media doesn't agree with those principles anymore. So it looks like you know, the era changed so much. It's like practically, like you say now, like we have virtual tours, we have virtual shows, virtual galleries, It looks like we're depending so much from the virtual things, from the internet, from the Google. It looks like the God of this generation is Google. We need to pray Google now. Before it looks like, before you're praying like, God for your health, for your, wellness, and for your stuff. And suddenly now I hear like a God saying to me like, okay, I sending you all your requests, but it's like, it doesn't go through Google, just talk to Instagram, because I can't make you more than what when they disagree with something, they just take it off. And some people, they don't believe that if it's not in YouTube or in Google, they don't trust it. So they think that truth is only there. It is okay, because, I understand. If I have a platform that I create, let's say I create YouTube, and I don't like something, I don't need to share it. If I don't like it, I don't need to share it. The only thing is, the problem is that people, I don't say they should use the common sense, because probably common sense is the less common of the whole senses. So, but at least you can use your intuition. And even if you don't see it in Google, even if you don't see it in YouTube, even if you don't see it in social media, you got to think and see through your experience what you could be right or not, So this is a period of confusion, and we should be started thinking and trust our intuition. That's the change of the era. Otherwise, it's going to be a really confusing time. Looks like we need to read, when you see Casablanca, all these values, all those things that, the God was, an included man, today will be called like sexist probably, and also he smokes. So it's horrible, So it's practically people is rejecting from this era right now, from this generation. So we need to relearn everything, how to live again. And I think it's a little bit confusing. I think we shouldn't take this as a really bad example. I think we should take this as what it is. I think it was really elegant, and I think it is to me. The bottom point is like it was something really beautiful and romantic, and I really missing that. I really see how this is vanishing.
I think you're right. I think you're right, Fabian. I think what you're saying is so totally right, which is what, let's face it, art and paintings allow us to do. I think the amazing thing, obviously, with social media right now, in the situation we're in, it means we can communicate it to our clients. But I think you've done exactly that. I mean, with Missing Casablanca, there's two things in this painting actually that are quite key for me. Is that obviously, yes, that very much beautiful kind of Hollywood era, and this most, obviously, like I said, the most famous movie probably in the world. Even if you haven't watched it, we all know the quotes from it massively. But I think with this one, it reminds me a little bit of Untitled too. The mystery of your paintings is absolutely key. And in this one, obviously with Casablanca, you've obviously painted the audience, these sort of, well, they're kind of anonymous characters. I mean, anonymous characters in Untitled 2, you've got the man at the bar, very distinctive character. And then all the other sort of anonymous characters are facing the other way, which gives massive depth to the painting, huge. In your painting, Missing Casablanca, the seats are empty. I mean,
it's because it looks like I just wanted to portray that, a masterpiece like this one, for instance, is not appreciated anymore. Nobody goes to see Casablanca anymore. People prefer to see like something Marvel, Captain America, I don't know, those kind of movies. And actually, they don't appreciate these kind of things because they don't show it anymore. It's a wrong thing to do this anymore, So for instance, like in my case, let's say, now that we all empty, like no galleries, everything is closed down and everything. So normally we live now through internet, right?
Yeah.
And that's the way that I survive, because, if I can go to promote into any gallery, so my only promotion should be social media, right? So
absolutely.
Kind of Instagram is kind of censoring me, because at the beginning was saying like, it's too sexy. And you want to appeal? And I said, yeah, I want to appeal. I said, it's not too sexy. Something like, it's a girl in the balcony, it's a girl dancing. What is so wrong about that? So they allow me to advertise my work. And then again, it's like, no, we don't promote the smoking and tobacco and stuff. It's like, guys, come on. I see advertisings in Instagram and Facebook promoting movies that are really violent, that selling drugs, people having sex, people like having all these things that is a lot worse than a guy smoking a painting from the 50s.
Yeah.
And they don't censor those things. I mean, so if they don't allow me to work and to promote myself, we're done. I mean, if we lock down, and then you know we can promote ourselves. And the only way that we can do right now in the 2020. So how we're gonna survive? You know?
Yeah, no, I agree. Well, that's why, do you know what? That's why we're here. Because let me tell you, your artwork, your paintings are exactly what your collectors love about you. And you are right. But I think for us, the social media, giving us the platform to be able to show your work is absolutely vital. And I think with Casablanca, you're absolutely right. To bring this movie and this amazing love affair, to be honest,
Yeah.
is so fantastic. Because again, it's that love affair, not just with the movie, but with your paintings, with your art, being able to show that so that the audience can actually, I don't know, a bit like Mary Poppins, they can dive into your paintings and come up with their own interpretation of your work, which is your impression of it. So I think it's,
I just want to
honestly,
bring
for me, this is amazing.
I just want to bring back that generation. I think that
Yeah.
I don't think it's good to lose this generation, because I think it was a really important
No.
part of the story. And
Yeah.
I'm gonna be back again, but I hope at least that people appreciate it.
Oh, they do. They do. They do. They do. And I think one of the most other things, obviously, you're best known for your depictions of the couple, beautiful, the man, the woman. Again, this sort of love affair with the man and the woman in your work. But often we see some of the studies, some of your paintings are just with the one model, which obviously in this particular one, which is a brand new one, again, a little bit from this sort of, for me, this sort of 1920s, a bit of Hollywood again. But this is obviously Jimmy with the red Cadillac. But this is superb. I mean, this is very much in keeping, if you like, with Casablanca, but a bit more, unlike Casablanca, this is a bit more film noir, isn't it? So,
Yeah,
which is very much what you're about.
yeah, yeah. I love to paint people like he's contemplating. You know, he looks like he stopped the car somewhere and started contemplating. I think it's you don't see people doing those things anymore, because you know people doesn't do those things because they're busy. Their mind are busy all the time with things like you know, like the phone, social media, ringing somebody looking at you. So, but now in those moments was when the people had the time to reflect and you know really move slowly and more conscious about things. And you know, I love to paint people when they're by themselves, because it's when they become the true self. Otherwise, you know, they have, when you're watching them or when they're with in public, there's like they're protecting a figure, they're protecting a personality, something that they become or they think that they become. So they now themselves, they're just protecting what they think that's important. So that's why when they're by themselves and they don't notice you that you're there, so they don't acting. They're really, the true essence of themselves is coming out, and that's what I like. I like to, you know, to use the body, the physical, to portray the internal, the soul actually. So it's like it's really important that they feel so comfortable that they don't have to hide anything and they just are themselves. That's when the beauty come out. That's the real beauty to me.
I know, and for me, this is, you've so achieved this. I mean, this painting in the flesh, again, this is a virtual tour for everyone because you can't be here, but in the flesh, which I'm incredibly lucky, obviously, to have them in the flesh here in the gallery. But it's spectacular. I mean, you're absolutely right. And bringing it to life. I mean, you never know though, Fabian. I mean, I'm rather hoping if a Jimmy rocked up outside here in Mayfair with his Cadillac, it would definitely bring it to life for me. So let's do that. But this is honestly beautiful. I really love this development on. Absolutely love it. We've gone from Casablanca, bit of
That will
film
be
noir, but
that
I'm
will be
loving the Hollywood-esque.
will be extra price for that. Okay.
Oh, really? Yeah,
The
yeah,
pay
yeah. You can,
total is a different price.
because actually he's a bit of a superstar, isn't he? He's quite well known in the UK, if I'm
Yeah,
right. Jimmy Q.
he's really he's a guy. Jimmy Q is from Venice, California. He's very
Yeah.
well known in UK, and he's a musician. He's a singer. All the things together. He's a really good character. Beautiful
Ah,
character.
well, Jimmy Q, if you're watching,
Yeah.
definitely the painting's in here. You can hop down to London anytime. I'm going to move on to the next painting. Now, this is incredibly special because we know your love of your muses, like we talked about a few months ago in our lockdown. Then, your love of muses with Saba, with Tess, and a variety. Very, very. You choose your models very carefully. This one is incredible. This is, for me, this is an English rose. This is a bit of a development on from Saba and Tess, right? This was a commission, I know. But she's beautiful. This is a real English rose, right?
Yeah, what I really like about it is like she's really fresh. You can see she's really natural and really fresh, really naive, you know. And what I like the most is like I was reflecting practically what the period that we live in right now. It's like, it's a girl at home, that probably can go out. So she's just in bed, probably reading a book or watching TV or something, and just having a glass of wine, having a pleasure on her own, because we don't have that many options right now. So it's somebody that lives by themselves, not trying to impress anybody, and just being herself, having fun and having a drink of wine.
No, or glass of champagne. Nothing wrong with that, Fabian. I have to say, in lockdown, we've all done a little bit of that. And we always do see that, don't we? I know that your passion for your red wine, the Argentinian wine, we see a lot of that. But actually, that's all part of it, isn't it? It's going back to that whole era again. Now, thank you very much. Obviously, we also produce, as you know, limited edition prints. And I know that we, of your strongest works predominantly, and very kindly, we've also got a limited edition. So for those that would like to obviously have one of Bella on their wall, I know that the original, I think, again, we're having emails through. I can see some hand movements behind me, some emails through for the original. But the limited edition that you've very kindly agreed for us to do of Bella, again, another one from the series, is an edition of 95. And that's also available. So thank you for that. Because again, that is another very beautiful, I mean, she's a beautiful English rose. Absolutely beautiful. Again, absolutely stunning. So thank you for that. And I know that the limited edition and also the catalogue that we're about to produce, I know, or we've produced already, we're going to be sending that out after the, after the Instagram live feed, which is fantastic. So thank you for that. So we have got, so obviously the collection of your work, the tour that obviously I know that you can't be physically here, we have got across all of some of our key white wall galleries across the country. We're doing virtual tours, we've got private virtual tours. Social media has played a great part in that for us so that our clients can see your work literally on the press of a button. And are able to then collect it from us. So thank you so much, Fabian. It really means a lot to us. Obviously, I would like to say, in fact, I was going to say a bit of a Casablanca quote, which I think is gone today, gone tomorrow, but not, or something like gone tomorrow, gone today, but not today. So something like that. But it is quite a cool movie. And if those of you haven't seen it, I suggest you watch it because this painting will probably go fairly swiftly. So Fabian, are all the family good? Are you all good with Lucy and the kids?
Yeah, I recommend Casablanca. Even sometimes people, it's not really appealing to all movies because they black and white, really slow. Stories are kind of different. But I really recommend it. Once you start seeing it, you can stop it until the end. Because it's an amazing movie. The music is beautiful. The light is beautiful. The story is beautiful. The acting is beautiful. I mean, that's one of the major movies ever. That's amazing, really.
And thank you for bringing that to light, because you are right. We need to kind of go back to that era, that wonderful era of these Hollywood movie, right?
But I don't, I think it's impossible to go back, and I think that era has problems like any generations. But I think it will be good to incorporate those principles and values to the new era too. I think
absolutely. But we can kind of do that with your work. That's the whole, that's what's amazing about as an artist. You can recreate that for us and take everyone back to that. So thank you, Fabian. Thank you really very, very much. And before we say goodbye to LA, I just wanted to say a huge thank you, because also your philanthropy roots are huge. Ours are massive. We're big supporters of a lot of our key charities, but I did want to say thank you. We are massively supporting with one of our incredible clients. We're massively supporting the Cornwall Air Ambulance, as we have done for the last 2 years. And I know that you are producing currently a painting on a key bottle of red Argentinian wine. We will come back to you in December because we're going to be auctioning off, raising much needed funds. And I just wanted to say a huge thank you, because you've been a huge part of that with helping us to raise loads of money. So thank you very, very much. Just wanted to send all of our love from London and from across the country, from all of the White Wall Galleries, Clarendon Fine Art, your collectors, your fans, from all of us, a massive, huge thank you. And we really look forward to seeing you back in the UK very soon, right?
Fantastic. Yeah, I can't wait to go.
Yeah.
really miss you guys. I can't wait
I
to
know.
things
It's
open
your,
again.
absolutely. It's your second home here, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, well, we are really looking forward to having you back. I promise it will be next year, 2021. You will be back. But thank you very much on behalf of all of us, and we'll carry on with our virtual tour. Take care,
Fantastic.
Fabian. Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Thank you. Bye, everybody. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.